My Gavanan Melonin and well met indeed. I am Arachir Galadurthin, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. And welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on with our now ever-changing fortunes in the Adûnâim campaign. The campaign is going well. We've got raiders moving into the Shire now. Captain Karbazir has a small little army and he's just moving between the villages trying to get some money. Anagamayate has quite the garrison under the general of the same name, which is going to have to act as some sort of rock, as our army here under Arkastamayate, our faction leader, is going to sweep up and take Basradum, wherein Captain Farazon will also hopefully join him before he gets there. And a unit of his will stay behind, and he's going to punch deep into enemy lines and head for Adûnâim, the Adûnâim capital. With Adûnâim then caught all in a tiz as they try to follow him up to Adûnâim, then Anagamayate will press forth from our capital and take the Shire, and its wealth will be ours. That is the plan. In the north, we are holding Kalatar's stand. We've got troops coming, but it may be one turn too late. Unfortunately, in Captain Killy, we may have to fight one more impressive battle. But there are even more forces coming. We do have a ship, but unfortunately it moves slower than them just walking on their own when they're inside of it. So they're just walking up. And I've separated them from the baluster, so because we just need the troops there at the moment. We worry about the baluster afterwards. So I think where we are at the moment is Karbazir is about to attack Undertowers, and then it is an end turn. Our army is all moved into position there. So we shall go for it. What do they have here? 115 Gabilgathol Hammerguard are about to die this day. Now, this campaign has been much on my mind of late, for I introduced the Orcs of the Misty Mountains into the fight. I didn't have to pay them to do this, I just had to stand our armies next to each other and they joined. So I didn't feel too bad about that. But with the arrival of the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, I massively underestimated their strength. And they have completely changed the focus of this war. And Adûnâim now will almost certainly lose. Oh, they really need a new flag, don't they? That's so naff. Hold on, let me write that down. Adûnâim flag. Anyway, it's changed the fortunes of the war substantially, and we are not going to lose now. We probably will win, and that will be it. The campaign will end with us with a victory. And the reason this has been much of my thought, of course, is because we will win, which is very, very nice. But of course, previously we were absolutely fighting for survival, and it was never really guaranteed that we were going to win. And I'm caught in a quandary because we were going to lose before the Orcs of the Misty Mountains joined. And I have absolutely no misconceptions about that. It was only going to be a matter of time before Adûnâim crushed us. Our army in the north at Kalatar's stand, if Adûnâim had not had to focus on the Misty Mountains, they would have thrown so much more at that, and the army would have just been whittled down and crushed. We would have lost Kalatar's stand, we would have lost our army, and we would be back at square one. At the same time, of course, our army in the south is having to actually mop up regions that the Adûnâim have taken from us. And we've only managed to take those regions back because, again, the Misty Mountains have come in and the dwarves are splitting their focus two ways. If they were entirely focused on us, they would kill Kalatar and his army outside his stand, and they would begin really pressing deep into our land. There is a sizable dwarven army coming that you may have just seen north of this army, and that army has only been delayed because it was unsure whether or not to come for us or to go for the Misty Mountains. If it had come for us, we would have lost another settlement almost assuredly, and our heartland would be slowly being taken from us. And so the campaign would have ended. And I'm thoroughly enjoying playing as the Adûnâim. The way they play is good fun, and we've yet to really take advantage of their conscription feature. So I wanted the campaign to continue, and that's why I brought the Misty Mountains in, but I was just not ready for how overwhelmingly impactful that decision would be, and how bringing the Misty Mountains in has totally changed our fortunes, and almost in a matter of about 3 turns, we have gone from certain death to certain victory. Now, there was a comment that suggested, because obviously me bringing the Misty Mountains in has taken away the threat proposed by the Dwarves of Adûnâim that I should attack Isengard. But again, unfortunately, attacking Isengard would be certain death. And so whilst it may be fun to see us fighting to our last man and achieving the odd good victory here and there, it would result in complete annihilation. There's no two ways about it. So that's not really an option, but I'm thinking what I may well do is that once we've actually got to a size where we feel strong enough, we will turn on Dunland. Mop up their last few settlements, and the enemy's come for us. Right, you guys need to hold against a superior enemy. So I will try to kind of reset the difficulty, if you will, by once we've got Adûnâim under control and we know that we're not going to lose, I will look to attack Isengard then. Because we will, obviously I could easily achieve victory by just defeating Adûnâim. Taking their regions would meet my region requirement, and there is no destroy X nation requirement for the Adûnâim.
We will smash the enemy.
So I could easily win by just killing Adûnâim. That would meet my... Oh, I just pulled away from the city centre.
They have lost half their men.
You guys come out of that. They were going to kill a lot of us, and they will, which is a shame. But so anyway, there we are. That's what I've been pondering and just wondering whether or not bringing HRE... Sorry, I've been doing too much modding. Bringing the Misty Mountains in was really worth it. But then I'm reminded that if I'd not brought them in, this campaign would be over in probably a couple of episodes, tops. We wouldn't have been able to run away anywhere, even if we tried to run away somewhere. And I believe that's the Nauglamir. And shortly after this scene, the dwarves attack and kill everyone, steal it, try and flee, and get murdered themselves. Anyway, I can't remember what I was saying. The mind quakes. Gaps appear. And the foundations of our brains slip through. Yes, indeed. I wouldn't have been able to run away anywhere using the horde feature that the Adûnâim get, because everywhere is established now and we'd be easily swatted. And I wouldn't have run away anywhere anyway, because if we lose again, it really is over. That noise is so loud. So loud. This army here, Daram.
I'll rip off your head and spit down your
If he
neck.
wasn't floundering over here thinking, should I attack the Misty Mountains, he would have come south with the other Captain Daram, who we fought here recently, and they would have retained Dolvorn and probably taken Adûnâim. So we would have been right up against it, really in the thick of it. But they didn't. It's just I don't really know. No, that was just me ending a sentence that didn't really need ending, that didn't need an additional ending. They didn't attack us because of HRE, so it made it easier. Misty Mountains. Of course, Misty Mountains, calling them that now, is perplexing because they are no longer called that in our test build, and they are now called the Goblins of Moria. Imrazor the Respected fights in place of Kalatar. He's a better general, apparently. We've been using the wrong one this whole time. Captain Kili comes, and he has got some elite units. Bugger. 2 Gabil Thohamagard, 2 Azagald's Tomb Protectors, 2 Catapults, Bronze, and 2 units of Pikes. Oh, God. Our 4 reinforcements might be arriving just a little bit too late.
Muster your courage, men! We march into battle!
I don't think we can beat that army. I'm just going to put that out there. But we can't retreat to Kalatar's stand because they'll just siege us and kill us there instead. And there aren't any troops in Kalatar's stand to use.
Seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
And we no longer have use of the trees, for our army stands on a slightly different location. Oh, bugger. We have the hill, but not always that great. We want to be fighting where it is steepest. Oh, we don't have our armor-piercing line troops. Oh, God. I really can't help but feel that this is going to be the end of our army. We have got 2 generals and those 2 armor-piercing savages. I have to try and use those where possible. The ballista, I'm going to have to use you to try and snipe the enemy siege. That's our only hope, really. And we've only got 2 units of crossbows left. Oh, God's above. Imrazor and Kalatar, you're going to have to get involved this time. Has that everyone moved? No, the 2 savages. Get ready to flank there. Those catapults can probably shoot us straight away. Come on, you. I need you to be so accurate. Oh, yes! And another one, and another one, and another one. Come on. Yes! Next! Next! Keep it up, come on! They wigged out for some reason. They didn't fire properly. We might not be so lucky a second time. Oh no, they did. Oh, brilliant. They've totally wigged out. Come on, fire again. What's coming up that right hand side? We are gonna get massacred. I'm just gonna put that out there. Goodness gracious. They are so effective against targeting siege. Why did no one tell me this? I'm not worried about the ballista crews, really, because the enemy's almost on us and they won't risk firing against themselves. Come on over there. Who's charging in on you? Kabilgath Hammer Guard. Right, we'll need you to hold the line. We'll get the crossbows in position. Did you kill the other one? Yes, you did. Well done, friends. You're much too close now to shoot anything with effectiveness, though. Bugger. Right, our line just has to hold. There is no 2 ways about it. I really don't think we're going to win. I really think this time they've got the troops to beat us.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Damn right it does. Run down here. Run, 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 run. Get into positions. You guys divert through here. If I turn them on the pikes, they'll just get massacred. Tell you what, actually, you guys go for the pikes. Pull yourselves out. Oh, I tell you what is going to shoot us now, actually. Oh, bugger. Come on. Look at them just absolutely ploughing through our line like it does not exist. This is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. Shoot them. Well, they really wanted to get there. They're really seeking revenge for what we did to their catapults. Come on, they're right in front of you. Shoot them. Have you won yet? Because I have a target I need you to go and kill. Where are we getting shot from? Oh, there. The only unit that might actually change our fortunes, and it's getting smashed from behind by ballista crews. Got our archers targeting the Kabilgath. Our general there, Kalatar, making a stand against Hammer Guard. But he has got crossbows sort of supporting him. Get behind there, get in front. Get behind there, get in front. Use your words. Oh, you guys are miles away now. Move up the hill, move up the hill. Hold your lines. Oh look, our line has broken and is now facing the wrong way. Their ballista crew is getting very inaccurate though. And they're not even shooting the unit that is running straight at them. There we are, that's the ballista shut down. I can't get the crossbows up the hill without getting them in the way of our own units. Any danger?
Only half the enemy force
come on.
remains.
Don't be messing me around now. Yes, because 2 men are engaged, your entire battalion can't shoot. That makes sense, doesn't it? That makes complete sense. Bloody idiots. And they're doing surprisingly well. Get that pike unit out of the game.
Only half our men have slain the enemy general.
Yes.
Without him, his troops will lose their will to
It's
fight.
a little bit of a morale hit, however small. They're taking a long time to kill that ballista crew. Oh, well done, savages! Absolutely keeping us in it. Go on, those Atagals are right in front of you now. Keep shooting them in the back. Keep shooting them in the back.
Our army is tiring.
Even our catapult crew is giving them what for. Run back and pick up the catapults, you fools. Go and stand right in it next. Likewise. Come on, come on. I'm not worried about those scouts. Let's get you back. Go and hit those pikes in the back. Any danger? God's sake. Why are crossbows the most retarded unit that there is? That's right, they are mentally incapable, and I've used a politically incorrect word to describe them. Attack those. Attack those. Would you like to know the etymology of the word retarded? I can tell you. It comes from the French retard, which means slow. And you would often have to say, or late actually, because when you would arrive to French lessons late, you would have to apologise for being, I can't remember the French enough. Je suis désolé, possibly. But then I can't remember the use of the word retard. Anyway, we're hitting the hammer guard in the back. Very nice. You guys are ready to charge down the hill. Oh, a unit of Novgorod swords was tied up our general there. You are shooting them, aren't you? There's 14 remaining. Kalatar's down to 11. We've killed more of them than they killed of us. I really want to get the ballista involved. I really want to get the ballista involved. (32) 47. Target them. Target them. A unit of ours is routed. The raiders are finally going down. Charge the hammer guard and support. Who's attacking you? One Azagal's Tomb Protector is. There we are, there we are, there we are, there we are. Just get over there. Are you guys out? No, you're still firing. Change targets. Those Azagars will kill those. We'll kill those. Target those. You guys. Fire at them. Get up there and hit Tomb Protectors. How many Gabilgathol are alive over here? 5. Come on! This victory is totally within us. Yes! The Gabilgathol are going down. The pikes are free, but we've got crossbows above them. How bad is this getting?
For the moment, the fortune of battle
Yes!
goes our way.
They're routing! Oh my god!
Pray it remains as such.
Have you guys won yet? Yes, you have! I think we're gonna win! Just in time as our reinforcement army comes. Fight on, men! There, we've done it. We've done it! They're routing! We sent them packing! Oh my god! Yes! Oh goodness. I can't believe we just won that. I am absolutely gobsmacked that those raiders on the left hand side, who unfortunately have paid in full and entirely the ultimate sacrifice, I vow to thee my country, they completely held the iron pikes, whatever they're called. I'm mixing Erebor and Adûnâim together. They completely held the pikes for the entire battle. If that pike unit had been able to actually attack us, that would have been a totally different story. But for whatever reason, they just couldn't get through. And there is the battle and horrible reminder that it cost our entire Corsair battalion, or Azrazair. And the orcs, the dwarves, lost no one.
This is a clear victory.
Oh, we won. 230. Abrazanim Nadubawib. I can relax. Goodness gracious. Even with our crossbows just performing very strange battle techniques, I mean, that was just utterly mind-blowing. It's so frustrating, and the problem is that I know that they're going to do it. I know that they have this issue whereby if one or two of them is engaged, the rest of the battalion will just stand around and do sod all. And that's very frustrating, but there's no real way around it. You've just got to unfortunately plough through it and hope that you catch them at the right point, that you haven't got to wait for them to do an entire shot animation where they don't even then actually fire any bolts just to be able to move them. It's very frustrating. Now that just cost us our basically entire army, and the reinforcing army is about 4 turns away. That army on the left-hand side of Kalatar's stand is not elite, and we just paid with elites. But then actually, if we can just beat them, because one thing that we do better than dwarves is train cheap units faster. We're nowhere near as good as wild men or orcs, but we can at least train things like Azrazair quicker. Although, of course, in this current version that you're watching and playing, Azrazair can't be trained from Kalatar's stand, which is perhaps the most annoying facet. Although we're soon to get our actual units out, which is nice.
By your command, your will, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
But for example, those 4 there might as well go and merge, because they can't do anything otherwise. Although I was using them as the garrison, wasn't I? That was silly, actually. That was silly. Captain Minluzir is very far away. And Forlond is not building roads.
Your will, my lord. As you wish.
Stalemated. Stalemated? It's stagnated as well. But that was perhaps the finest victory I've ever fought. I can't believe, genuinely, I'm absolutely gobsmacked that I won that.
We shall engage. Your will, my lord.
Oh, that's a large supporting army under Thrain, isn't it?
Exhaustion, continuing like orders.
Oh, and they've drained Sackville. We'll go in and raid that again. Oh, and Hobbiton's ripe for the taking, with only a scout unit in it. That's our raiders plough around the map, getting us money. Tax them for all they're worth.
Your will, my lord. As you wish.
These are armor upgrades, I believe, so they will just upgrade the turn that you select it. You don't have to wait or anything like that. You don't have to make sure that it's the last click you make for armor. They just upgrade as soon as they can.
By your command.
I think that's all of our troops that were moving north. Yes. So I know you're not really in a place that matters to do, but if you could just boost your garrison up again. I don't really want to... Although, no, because these units cost like 1,000 gold coins. You're just going to have a low garrison for a while. Oh, Dolvorn's army is much too big for what it needs.
Orders. Your will, my lord. Orders.
Tell you what, actually. That halberdier
Your
unit,
will, my lord.
come up to Dolvorn.
Yes. We can go
And the
no
entire
further today.
garrison head
As
north.
You wish, my lord.
You go and
We can
secure
go no
Dolvorn.
further today.
Still can't retrain them yet. Oh, that's not a problem. Dwarves aren't even bothered. We've taken regions
orders,
from
my
them.
lord.
So tempted to merge those units, but it will break up that crossbow unit. Just has done so well. We need to be able to retrain these. How much money do we make? 1,000. God, not enough.
Orders.
That'll be a lovely garrison
We'll
boost.
make camp.
I'm very
Yes,
tempted to
my
move
lord.
Kalatar into his stand, because at least then he's in our castle. But the dwarves could just well siege him out, and we'll never be able to get there in time, because if we're coming from the west, we can't get to the east. Although with the dwarven ones, it's very annoying that obviously, if the enemy is sieging you from the east, they can't be sieging you from the west, and so the troops coming up from the west should be able to get in. But because the game, unfortunately, simply cannot handle that scenario, you just lose the troops, they just can't get in. But of course, in that situation, they would be able to just filter in from the other side. It would be one of the key reasons why assaulting dwarven settlements would be so difficult. Because if the dwarves really did feel like we can't win this and we need to get out, other than in Erebor, they would be able to just use the other gate and go out the other side of the mountain. And your army would then finally break in to find the entire mountain empty and the entire population just gone. Although, I wonder actually, obviously in this instance it looks like the settlement can be reached from west and east. But I suppose in truth the settlement would have one key entrance and it would be in the mountains. There probably wouldn't be a back entrance, so to speak. Balkazir has come of age in Suduri, our capital. Which means we do not need those archers and he can stay there. And Suduri is just upgraded. Ah, brilliant. And we're losing money.
My lord. By your
Dolvorn's a moneymaker, isn't it? Goodness gracious. Population again stagnated though.
Your will, my lord.
They're very slow, those pikes.
Yes.
Your orders.
I want them in that army.
Orders. As you wish.
Right, Anagmaite. Your army is ready. Oh goodness, Daram is gaining strength. They're not going back for under towers. Oh, they're doing some oddities here. If I move this army out, we will start losing money. And I don't want to move that army out until Arkastamite's
Yes,
army is ready. He's the real elite, especially when he gets these.
Your will, my lord.
I mean, the garrison is pathetic.
I'm only
The
here
rain
to
is the
fight
threat.
you go loot.
Bugger it.
Orders. By your command, my lord.
Our
As
army
you
moves
wish.
ever closer.
Ships ready. Yes,
See, if
sir.
they
Full
if they could stay in the ship, they'd be there now. How annoying
Ships
is that?
ready.
He would
Ships ready.
they would disembark and be good to go.
Orders. By your
That is
command.
2 more units. That's good.
Joining forces, my lord.
Oh, and there we are.
My lord.
You don't even have room for those archers. Those Saraline mercs, get rid of them.
Your will, my lord. Yes.
Oh, we're getting some retraining done though. Once Buzzradum's returned to us, we will start earning money, but we are just going to dip into negative
Your
here.
will, my lord.
Your orders, my lord.
If I attack it, Thrain's
I'll
army will
rip
get
off your
involved.
head and
Oh, actually,
spit
but
on
then
your
we can...
neck.
I think I will attack it, but despite this episode being probably slightly shy of 30 minutes, I'm going to end there. Because 30 minutes is what I'm aiming for with every episode. So that's the kind of length of videos I watch myself. So I'm going to end that there. Next episode, we will attack Buzzradum and take it now so that we can fund our war effort. And we need to kill Daram.
I'm only here to fight the Yaga loot.
He's obviously the big threat at the moment in this region, so... But anyway, for now, that will be all. This week, there will be a developer diary and not a lore video, as expected, because a lot has happened to Gundabad, and I really want to talk about them. So, Lorien, a developer diary, and the Gondor overview. So until we speak again, dear friends, Navarre den Perimad Melonin, and farewell.